5 in the FIA Formula 2 Championship. We're getting ready to set the grid session. This the challenge for the drive, 3 laps of feature racing around this circuit. A compulsory pits tyre in use, just like we did. Still have the other 2 spots on the overall to racing, try and retain the team. Alongside me, Alex Brundle.
It is 35 degrees of track temperature, in different conditions slightly from earlier on. That's a tailwind down into turn 9 to give them an issue under braking. Elect Leonardo Fornarolo off a nice clear space.
Leading us out of pit in the race for the team's championship, Campos in the drivers' championship between Crawford and Vision. 21 back. Those are fighting for the 2. One of 4 drivers fresh from.
I've got a busy schedule. I think I'll just be taking it a bit like Bahrain, where the same story here would be nice.
With Williams, we spoke a little bit about
all of them having to find a bone box. Tracks on FP1 overalls. Arvid Lindblad's also the drivers in the braking zones and the high-speed corners. Absolutely huge, of course, Formula 2 mental ability to drive these on camera and say, it takes me a run. It takes me a run to get.
Jack Crawford, who was quicker in practice of the top 10. Let's hear from Alex Dunn now.
I would say 50-50. I think there's been a lot, but I think we've also done some things not so right. To my F3 season, for example, it's been amazing. And I think we had the pace to ourselves and then a couple of things out of our hands as well. But we know exactly where to go better.
From Alex Dunn, I mean, I think there are some obvious moments here, taking a step forward from his F3 season there.
Season for Alex Dunn, but he's continued to score podiums through aggregate. And he would be a very, very strong.
To want some F1 backing, no doubt. With Prima Racing, his teammate
of track limits there. I think he was okay as he made through turns 2 and 3 before powering down. Was there on the inside front there from Montoya. Don't mind at all. Definitely a circuit where that in a straight line, and Montoya will be glass 6 and 7.
And that is where we saw track. She gets both laps deleted.
Way into 9, but gets on the throttle nicely. Tack the throttle, then gives you a slight lead of turn 12. This rear now start. 14, 15 is a lift and go. Will it be the ultimate fastest?
It was a 1:35.7 from Victis earlier. Was the
Crawford slightly wide through the exit on Jeddah, and indeed again slightly wide in turn 16. They've got.
He was the first victim of track year. Joshua Dirksen now personal best through the second. This is up to the final corner. Good enough for P2.
Decent opening throughout this season, at least for the. Been very strong though, very recently, to maximise these early laps on the because they all want a banker on the board.
Yeah, Van Hooper to do so. Provisional pole, current Mini, Kushmaini, Lindblad, the sprint race. Okay, let's hear.
Our year, especially in qualifying, I feel like that's where it's good compared to Leo is in qualifying. I haven't been able to get it right. Top 10 every single race means, and if you can do more, then a great job.
To the front of the top 10, he's on a real quick lap.
This track, Montoya, whenever he's been in sequence, Chris, through this final sector, it's relatively lap in, has done a cool, and now has pushed again.
Bar 2023, what a result it would. Final corner, he comes, it's P6, makes his way up to P4. The timing screen, here's someone who looked quick earlier, Alex, Gabriele Mini.
For the Italian driver.
Stay there though, he improves and goes to P quick.
Neat and tidy through the exit, a lot of movement on the way through the final corner before he gets out time.
Over the line, it's P2, full position, and provisionally he will go on the board due to track limits, and currently
Racing Qatar would want to be so here.
Yeah, Roman Stanek just drops down the field. A lot of drivers just pinging down. Good track limits coming in at turn 1
for turn 7. Turn 1's obviously the exit curb. Then back to turn 9. We've lost Gabriele Mini now.
Yep. In provisional part, well, he was provisional. It's happened here. Browning. Oh, do I go left? Do I go right?
And I did rather expect way into turn 9, and Luke Browning came, as were not in sequence.
Lindblad has lost his scent, so he's all the way down the back of with Racing Bulls. Here's someone quite extensive.
Again, they won't, of course, get as good a plan then by using another lap in their run plan for that, but so offering later.
Roman Stanek championship, and that's more like it. Up to him, but he will know he has the capability.
In a Formula One car, a few moments before to the performance of this 14, but 2 green sectors for Crawford means 2.
Doing the same thing. He's slower through the first before Neroli.
I'm always surprised because so often this super soft tyre, he decides to push on and continue that lap, perhaps to through the extra lap should he need that set of qualifying performance considered more important.
He's in 3rd place. Primoty as well. That's an option so far.
Into the have picked that up.
He's basically given himself the track to himself. Yeah. So he's going to be on. Will want to end this one on a high, but down in 21st place and himself forward. Well, journey on the road to F1.
Races are quite different. I work with and they help me massively. I mean, yes, help me.
So replicating the achievements there of being confirmed that he has been 26, and that's a real.
Absolutely so. Along with Richard Bashaw,
yep.
be his picked up and moved through. It's Arvid Lindblad, who's been one of our crew one from his berth with Campos Race Day. In terms of trajectory, you've got Sebastian Montoya's lineup for Formula 2 drivers. Now
confirmed for next year, the only team yet to. Pointer Puvazak, of course, out this weekend. Alex Albon, right. That's Gabriele Mini, isn't it? Is it? They're just
in comparison to having any to make sure that if the driver still
looked quick earlier in practice in this final run to now improve.
So has Mini had a little bit of a back into the working lanes across that pit lane line. The team then can't.
Actually, I think he for sure. Currently got challenges, and we spoke to him about.
Has been consistent. We knew already that he could be like that. Even if it was just in, I think I point. So I think he just delivered. He did a very good job.
Season it seemed to be just getting in that top 10 a few times, as did some of the. Congratulate Leo, Gabriel Bortoletto.
Definitely a popular figure, and they took it to place in the championship. Equal points this weekend to wrap that up if they possibly turn one.
Yeah, it looked.
Your mark just to be a tiny bit wide through the exit.
He's shooting straight back down to where he is. Nevertheless, a track limit violation, so Martin.
Through this first chicane of the line so far, exit of turn 7, get on the throttle on the way in. Physical challenge too, what Solov had achieved.
Christian Montoya, who has just gone purple. So 2 corners to go for him, Alex.
Yeah, keeps it as well when he crosses the last gap.
Bashaw over the line next is P2, but time out only to have a penalty after the incredibly quick. Dino Beganovic, Oli Goethe only because Oli Goethe
can so far in sector 1 and 2, but sector 3 has been beaten by Crawford in the middle sector. But this
over out of the final corner comes Sebastian Montoya. Let's see if he can stay there. What a lap, Jack Crawford. Well, he's just had a time deleted. Now he goes to provisional pole. Wow.
From Montoya, they're not done yet. Dirksen's hit the front.
In the background as well, Joshua Dirksen goes P2. Where did that come by? Roman Stanek. And that'll do for Roman Stanek.
Middle sector, and that's where he found the tires, Chris.
Wow. Very close. Montoya, Beganovic, Martins out there, wasn't it, with track limits, because he's dropped all the but he's P6.
Yeah, Lindblad looks to have in comparison to the rest of them. So this, but doesn't look to quite have been. Let's see what Fauna's got.
Can he make up any more time? I'm just having a look at Goethe as well. We watch Arvid Lindblad.
Lindblad. 11, so he maintains the lap that puts him
towards the braking zone. He goes. Going to be improvements, no doubt, because Began currently in P6. Can he make background? He goes P5. Yeah.
Here comes Beganovic. Purple still manages to find P2. Good effort for Beganovic.
Sebastian Montoya has been knocking on in this final sector.
See, he's on the door here, sitting 3rd in the dams at the sector this lap, but will all the sectors together.
Victor Martins next across the line, but how can he end his season with P2 for Jack Crawford? Still up to the line goes the Irishman, not inside, cannot beat his own time, but still remain.
Lose around 3/10 in the final one. At the moment, nobody obviously nearly enough, and I'm not quite sure taking on through next season. 22 seconds left on the clock.
And that would be 2 valuable points to in this qualifying session ends with a front row lockout.
At the moment sits sixth on the at this stage finding a lap only 17. Tidy braking zone for Fornaroli, takes that first day, stinging milliseconds of time.
Yeah, Luke Brown on board with Fornaroli now as he heads through to...
Fornaroli needs a magic final sector, might be able to way. It's this final sector where they lose the most. And Dean, look at this lot.
Yeah, Alex Dump gets out for Invicta just like they were at Hungary. So it will be Roman Stanek and Invicta Racing get off to the points, thanks to Roman Stanek. Fornaroli.
Magic lap for Stanek, and there was a better masterful performance from Race. And that'll be a great opportunity. Battled for the championship in close proximity behind.
You don't give shit for me today.
From Stanek, Jack Crawford in terms of the battle down in 17th, another difficult qualifying.
The reverse grid, that's down to 10th position to make your way through the field and take some points.
Roman P1.